Clarenzo sat down with Shay last week, and it was some very interesting commentary. Let's talk about it. They 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 talk about it. Welcome back to She Could Talk the Podcast. I'm your host, Gangalee. Hey, and that's Gangalee on all streaming platforms. If you want to check out my music, look for the red glasses, look for the locks. You tell me if I can rock, okay? Okay. But over here on YouTube, on She Could Talk the Podcast, this is where I react to everything. I react to news, sports, crimes, musicians, politicians, YouTubers, TikTokers. If they're talking about it, I'm talking about it. Okay? Okay. So as you can see, I had to kind of get back over here on the sports side of the house, guys. Put it this way. I'm going to be over here for the next couple of weeks here, so just get used to me over here, okay? It's okay. But last week, I'm telling you, our girl Claressa has been working. She's doing her media runs. I can't keep up, right? And I don't want to react to everything, you know. So what I do is take my time, kind of let it marinate, look through it. If there's anything that sticks out to me, then then here I come. Here I come reacting, right? So last week she did Club Shay, podcast with Shannon Sharp. And, it was interesting. It looks like he was out in Flint, Michigan with her at the boxing gym. And, he kind of went through a few things. Couple of things I wanted to react to, though. So, of course, we're going to start out with them here talking. I kind of skipped over a bit of the, her childhood and stuff like that, I didn't want to take away Shay's light. He did a great job. So shout out to Shannon Sharp. But I wanted to kind of jump into the meat and potatoes and react to some of things that had my spidey senses tingling.
You know,
30.
30. I mean, so at some point in time, you're gonna have to start, thinking about okay, gloves, hanging the gloves up.
Yeah, but
I don't know. You gonna have babies and come back and fight?
Yes. I gotta get all the fighting out of me before I stop fighting, or I'm gonna be in jail. Yes. Like right now, I'm in a space to where I like to still fight.
Right.
I feel like in my career, yes, I've won 19 world championships. Yes, I've 5 different weight classes, 4-time undisputed, all this stuff. But it's still some butt out there need to get kicked. And it's like I want to kick this girl's butt, and then I think then I can maybe train some kids because I'm training my niece right now and my nephew.
So, just start. There's nothing wrong with what she's saying. I'm totally random with it, but I'm observant. Just remember that I said that. I'll come back to it because I don't want to be premature. Remember I said I'm observant. All right.
Right.
So it's like I can train some kids and kind of live through them. But right now I'm living through myself, and
Right.
these girls can get it. Right now.
You tried MMA. You said MMA. We
Tried it. I was good at it.
Yeah, but I mean, you're 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
Would you try it again? Would you go?
I wonder, because I know she pulled the medal. If you watch the full interview, she pulled the medals out of her purse from the jump. Does she walk around with them all the time?
Go back into it again, or you good with the boxing? You gonna stick with the boxing?
Well, I made millions to do a job that I'm the greatest at.
Right.
So I'm not going back to MMA. I will only make it $200K. Which is, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But
Shannon looked like, what? Look at his face. That's another thing about, if you watch this entire interview from beginning to end, his facial expressions.
$200K
were funny.
Ain't more than $1 million.
And I had to train 6 months for each fight. So take time away from my family, just 6 months of nothing but groundwork.
Yeah.
To get ready for one fight.
Yeah.
Listen.
In women's boxing, I know the fight that you want. I know the fight that you want, and you believe you could get $15-20 million.
More than that.
Why you want to beat up that? She's 47.
No, I want to get something clear.
Now, this is gonna have my spidey senses tingling. She's talking about our girl Layla Ali. Let's go.
Like I was telling you from the beginning, you talk trash to me, I talk trash to you. I feel like we should fight. She has said plenty of times that she feels she can knock.
Look at Shannon's face, because he wants to say, well, when did she talk trash?
Me out. I'm not skilled enough. I'm not
She's never said that, but let's continue.
talented enough, whatever, right?
Right.
And she can feel that way. But when you say it and then you say it with such
Conviction.
right, and you're just and I
He
definitely knock her
gaslighting.
out, right? She can't do this. She can't do
That was after the fact. Like that was after several years of, you know, Claressa stating that she wanted to fight her. And then I want to say it was oh my gosh. I see his face right now. Sway in the morning. And Sway played a soundbite of Claressa saying that she'll knock out, you know, Layla and all that stuff. And then in that response to the soundbite, Layla said, and I'll definitely knock her out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was never proactively, you know, and I've been digging down rabbit holes, guys. I haven't seen anything proactive on Layla's part where she just bust out and was like, oh yeah, I could knock Clarissa Shields out. Like, no one provoked her into the dialogue. She just did it herself. I haven't found any. And I challenge you all to send me it if it's out there, you know, because I'm trying to be as fair as possible in my reactions and in my observations. But I just haven't found any. I haven't found any. And it gets a little concerning when you're so convinced, you know, like imagine like everyone's like, there's no one in the corner, right? And you're like, there's someone in the corner, there's someone in the corner. After a while, you look crazy because you're the only person that's seeing that person in the corner, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the vibe it's giving me. Like, no one else heard that, but you're convinced it was said. Scary.
that. She's not this. She's not that. All I'm saying is, I think we should prove it. I don't think it should be a thing of a diss back and forth. No, it's more of a I think I'm better than you. You think you better than me.
Well, let's prove it.
How the heck?
Somebody got to be right. Somebody got to be wrong.
Yeah, and she the one said that she would make the fight happen. That she said if the money was there, the fight could happen. But honestly, too, it's other. I got bigger fish to fry than Layla.
Good.
But it's more of I entertained the fight because she said she would beat me. It's not me calling her out because oh she's old and all that stuff. It was like, wait a minute. She said she'd knock me out. She said she a better fighter than me. That's what that was. And she said she can come out of retirement and she could do it. So all I'm saying is
It's been 2 decades probably since she fought, right?
Right.
A decade, at least a decade and a half.
yeah, but when I'm retired a decade and a half, you're not gonna hear me saying how I can beat these young girls.
True.
Do you believe that?
Unless I'm really coming back out to
prove
do
it.
it.
She's going to come
So
back out.
that's my thing. People think it's about
she
something
can,
else.
she
It
will.
ain't about nothing else but that. She said she can beat me. I said she can't. We should fight. That's it. I don't think it should go.
You ain't finna keep going back and forth. Are you done with it? Are you done with the verbal sparring? No.
I think that I haven't seen the latest stuff, whatever that stuff is that she did. I heard about it. I haven't seen it. I've been focused on, as you know, I'm a free agent,
Right.
and I've been focused on.
Oh, this is a good pause right here. Do you believe that? She said, I haven't seen the stuff that she has put out lately. And I covered it as soon as I saw it. The Layla Ali part 1, 2, the memory lane, the buying the views. I was right there for all of it. Okay? And before that, I haven't seen anything about Layla, like I said, proactively coming at you. I've seen the back and forth with her and Remy and Papoose, that triangle. I've seen, you know, Jada the boxer, you know, that stuff. I've seen, I think it's Tony, the ex-fiance. Yeah. But I haven't, so the way she said, like, oh, her latest stuff, like, Layla's been putting out smear campaign after smear campaign. But the reason why I wanted to pause right here, does anything look familiar to you all, guys? And I'm going to rewind it because I tell you I'm very observant. So let's rewind it really quickly. And some of you probably know where I'm going with this, but
I think that
let's listen one more time.
I haven't seen the latest stuff, whatever that stuff is that she did. I heard about it. I haven't seen it.
Notice how she always says she heard about something and she never seen it. I'm going to move. I want to get the
I've been
right
focused
angle.
on, as you know, I'm a free agent,
Right.
and I've been
She sat here and told Shannon Sharp that she has not seen the latest hate commentary or hate documentary or whatever, the latest stuff Layla put out, but she heard about it. Do you see her hairstyle? Do you remember her $1.7 million video? It leads me to believe that she shot this interview with Shannon Sharpe either right before or right after she filmed her response to Layla Ali. Same here. Remember, I said she was giving me Scarlett vibes with the hair and makeup? It's still there. This is it right here. Just put the blazer on her. Put her in the other room. And where she's fully responding to Layla Ali. Then she wears that same hairstyle to an interview a few days later, if not a day or so later, with Shannon Sharpe, and is trying to convince us and Shannon Sharpe that she did not see the Layla Ali video expose. But let's continue. What do y'all think? Am I onto something? Because I feel like she had already filmed the documentary, her response to Layla Ali's expose. She already filmed it. But she's trying to save face and like, I didn't see it. But it bothers her.
Focused on locking in my next deal for my next couple of fights for millions of dollars.
Yeah.
The $8 million deal. So you see how everything was lined up. Like she already knew she had in the bag and all this stuff already. She tried to drown out the Layla Ali expose by lining up all this media run that she did immediately after she dropped her response to Layla's expose. And she hit the ground running. Nothing wrong with that. But don't say you didn't see it when you whole straight up and down responded to it and you're literally wearing the hair and makeup you responded to her in. Let's continue.
I'm trying to lock that in.
Right.
I've been negotiating with people, anybody you can think of who got boxing money, seeing who's come with the best deal and the best opportunity for me and my family. So I haven't been paying attention to that.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, I think
I'll
she
be
posted
making
something
a
where
big
she said
announcement.
that you were, she was a role model of yours, and she's giving you some great advice about how to build your brand and things like that. She posted things, and you were very complimentary of her. You were, and I don't know where the split and the animosity or acrimony or whatever term you want to use. I don't know where it came from. You said that she said that you weren't that. I think you
Lot
said
of he
that.
say,
Something
she say.
wasn't that you weren't that skilled, and she would do X, Y, and Z, and she could beat you.
yeah, but like I said, I think a Breakfast Club interview, they asked her when she came out of retirement, and she said, there's no one who inspires me or who would give me a good challenge.
That was 2018. Okay. Now, I'm just gonna say I'm talking like I'm Layla, but I'm just saying Layla Ali, she has a show she's promoting. She goes on the Breakfast Club to promote her show, her cookbook, whatever it is, her own brand product, right? She's far removed from boxing then. And she really wasn't even thinking about entering or re-entering boxing. And they just asked her like, hey, would you ever consider going back into boxing? And she said, nah, there's no one out there. I just did a reaction to Christy Martin, where Christy Martin said, the pool of boxing today, present date, for women is small. So it was even smaller at that time when Layla Ali retired, you know? So I'm thinking she's, in that moment when she was talking to the Breakfast Club, it wasn't about Claressa. Claressa wasn't even on her mind. I think she was thinking about those women around the time when she retired and, you know, the fact that the pool of women were not big. And she was like, there's really no one out there that, you know, I don't even think she was talking about present with Claressa in this time frame. She probably was, and she mentioned Claressa in that interview, so it made me feel like she was looking at Claressa like, you the next generation, you about to go. Like, so I'm stepping aside for you. You know, I don't think she was looking at it like, oh yeah, she's not a competition for me. I don't even think that she was a thought, honestly. But let's continue.
So she wasn't just talking about me. She's talking about everybody
Right.
who's boxing. She's saying, listen, there's a lot of girls there. They all good. But none of them are good enough to give me a good challenge for me to come back out of Richard Cutting.
But you right now, you the Michael Jordan of boxing.
Well, tell her that. But I wasn't supposed to take that any kind of way. That's what she said. That she said that I took wrong.
Oh.
You did.
Which it was like, how can I take that wrong? You said it.
You the LeBron James of boxing.
Yeah, and you said.
Do you see? Yo, I don't know, guys. Whoever the handler is on this job, can you guys get better at teaching her how to read the room? And the reason why I say that is, this is like the second, possibly third interview I've seen of her just in recent weeks, not months, weeks, where I don't think that she's catching the shade, alleged, or the side jokes, alleged. He's not listening to her. He said, "You are the Michael Jordan of boxing." Yeah. And she's like, "Yeah, well, tell her that." And he's like, she's talking a little bit more. He's like, "No, you're the LeBron James of boxing." You get it? So that means Layla would be the Michael Jordan of boxing, and you would be the LeBron, like present day. You see what he's trying to do there? She's not even catching it. Let's continue.
There's nobody good enough that can give you a challenge to make you.
You say I can't even give you a challenge, let alone beat you. Say I can't even challenge you, and I got all these belts. I'm undisputed in 3 divisions.
So back then, whenever
Shay's a good gaslighter. I'll tell you that much.
that interview was, which was years and years and years
Correct.
ago, that is what started it. And all I did was say, like, if she think that she can just come out of retirement after not fighting after not fighting all these years and beat me, she in for a rude awakening.
Right.
And
But she never said she was coming out of retirement. And that's the problem. That's like the telephone game. I say it all the time. I think, like when I went to school, I feel like they made us play that game for a reason, to show you, like, hey, look how things can get misconstrued. So rely on your facts and not what you hear, because the other person may not even be getting the correct information and giving it to you. And sometimes you can hear it with your own ears and not hear it correctly. I've seen that a lot. You're like, dang, how do you think? But let's continue.
at this time, I loved her. You know what I'm saying? And I had her phone, I had her number in my phone as Big Sis Layla. So it's like, now,
Uh-oh.
at this point, I'm 30 years old now. I think this beef's been going on since I was 23, 24.
Yeah, I think it's time to put it to bed. Y'all ain't gonna fight.
Well, listen,
Shay said, it's time to put it to bed. Y'all ain't gonna fight. The whole time he's gaslighting and he's being super sarcastic. My opinion.
I'm cool with that. I got bigger fish to fry who's actually active, who actually want to get in the
Good.
ring.
That's what I'm talking about.
Did I say active already? Like, these girls really want to
Right.
want
They
to
wanna
fight.
bang.
Right? And right now, I'm like the cash cow. So you fight against me, you get paid the most money that you ever got paid.
And that might be true, and that's okay. That's good stuff right there. But are y'all seeing this hairstyle, y'all? I'm still stuck on the hairstyle. She literally told Shay that she did not see Layla's expose, right? But she's saying that while she's simultaneously wearing the hair and makeup that she had when she filmed her response to Layla Ali. So did she do this interview before the response? To me, I'm a woman. I know how it is when you get your hair freshly done versus when you sleep on it and wake up the next day and try to keep it moving. This is giving me the next day after she filmed. Still cute, still nice, it's not messed up or nothing. But that fresh, official scarlet look that she had going on in the video, it kind of toned down a little bit for the Shay interview. But same hairstyle. I haven't saw her in that hairstyle since the Layla Ali response until this one. And we all know that a lot of these podcast episodes get shot and filmed weeks out, edited down, etc., and then released on a certain day. So it would make sense to me that she filmed this about a month ago, right around the time she filmed her response for Layla Ali. That's just sticking out to me. But let's continue.
Right.
Right? And I'm trying to make the most money. So
Oops, sorry,
I don't
guys.
really care about a fight with me and her. I just caught her
Yeah,
bluff
right.
when she said the 15 million. I just made sure that we had it, and I said, hey, we got it, what's up? And then I guess that's what led to this latest thing. People told me that it was a hate documentary. And I haven't listened to it yet.
That face tells me she has. That face right there lets us know she has. Her hairstyle lets me know she not only watched the video several times, she went live on X Spaces about it several times, and then she shot her video. She may not have released her video at the time that she filmed this video with Shay, but she definitely, well, excuse me, yeah, she may not have released it, but she definitely filmed it. Because look at her hair and her makeup. That's enough proof for me. She filmed the response to Layla at this time. But this is literally the third interview that she said up and down that she hasn't seen the documentary, but was able to mimic it so well. The layout, the background, I can speak nice too, and I could put on a blazer and I could talk too. I remember that. All right. So for you not to have seen it, you've done a lot to emulate it. Like spot on emulation. Maybe not the best, but it was emulated. But she's sitting here with this face trying to convince Shay and us that she didn't see it.
And I don't think that I am going to listen to it because I have better things to do with my time. But other than that, listen, I ain't got nothing against her, man. I don't. I just don't think that she can beat me in a fight. And she thinks that she can. And ain't never going to be able to happen because
as time goes by, she's
yeah.
getting older, and you're gonna want to settle down. You said you don't mind, you would come back and fight after you have kids. But as she's getting older, she ain't gonna be fighting in no 50.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Ocho say, Shannon, I got 15 million for you to fight against me in the ring. What you gonna say to Ocho?
Listen to what he says.
It might just be nightcap with Unc.
You see what I'm saying? Did you catch that? Because he's saying him and Ocho got nightcap with Unc and Ocho, right? Or Unc and Cinco, I don't know. But they had their podcast where they recap, episodes from the Club Shay or just things in sports or etc. Right? And it's Ocho Cinco and him. They're homies. Like, why is she trying to pit them against each other in a fight, right? So he says the politically correct thing to say. He said it would just be nightcap with Unc at that point. Like, I'm not fighting him, but I'm not going to be your friend either. I'm not going to chase you down to be friends either. That's what I got from that answer. Let's continue. See?
But I'm saying
She said, what you mean? And laughed because she didn't understand that. Because it's easy. It comes easy. In my opinion, guys, this is my opinion. And I'm just saying, based on the trail of victims left behind in the Claressa Shields pathway of, destruction, the victims, she doesn't have a problem going from friend to enemy, in my opinion. All right, Jada the boxer, her fiance. I actually watched that engagement video recently. Very interesting. I might have to circle back on that one. But yeah, because YouTube, y'all be sending me some stuff. But anyway, so yeah, so she has it's easy and fluid for her to go from friend to enemy. So it was nothing for her to say, if Ocho Cinco, who is not a boxer, wanted to fight you, Shannon Sharp, who's not a boxer, for $15 million, what would you do? He said, it would just be me. It would be just nightcap with Unc going forward. In other words, like, I'm cutting him off. I ain't fighting that man for $15 million. That's what Unc basically said.
No, but see,
you either got a yes or no.
Right.
Yeah.
She's now in a very public relationship, as you are with Zadarius, you with your guy, Pap. When you decided to get into this relationship with Pap, was it your intention for it to become public, or were you trying to keep it a secret as long as you possibly could?
And he's really good, because shout out to Cash Doll. I believe that's who he was talking about. Was Cash Doll or Asian Doll? Let me look real quick. I want to make sure I'm getting it right. Yep, so Cash Doll. So he kind of, I'm trying to go through it, but he was saying, hey, Cash Doll, she's a rapper. She's now in a high profile relationship with an athlete, and I think he's from the Detroit Lions or something like that. So she's saying now he's comparing her being an athlete in a relationship with a rapper. Let's continue.
Because if you date publicly, Claressa, you got to break up publicly. You know how to go.
Yeah, ain't that sad?
Yeah, it is.
So
I think Unc dropping Unc Jules, Pop's father, paternal, Jules. I'm telling you, I feel like, and this is my opinion, I feel like a lot of people, myself included, we are rooting for Claressa, right? And we we don't want to watch this potential train wreck that we're watching, right? And we're just hoping that some of our critique, reactions, suggestions would be heard and don't fall on deaf ears, because the Wallow Gilly the Kid interview, the Ariel Helwani interview, her with Shay, plus a few more that I'll go into as weeks go on, time go on. It's been a pretty consistent pattern there of everyone is noticing that it doesn't look too, but they're not saying it. And I think they're not going to say it directly to her because of the type of person she is. She's going to get defensive, she's going to get angry, and she's going to be argumentative. So, like Shay right here, he's been doing a lot of gaslighting and a lot of sideways jokes, in my opinion.
You know how they go.
Yeah, ain't that sad?
But he's also dropping jewels like an unk. And I'm going to rewind it one more time.
Become public, or were you trying to like keep it a secret as long as you possibly could? Because if you date publicly, Claressa, you got to break up publicly. You know how they go.
Yeah, ain't that sad, huh?
Yeah, it is.
So, honestly, with my thought process, I had just been engaged prior to being with her.
Okay.
So, at the time, me and him had broke up and got back together a couple times. The guy I was engaged with. So now we finally called it quits.
Yeah.
When I got with Pap, another celebrity, it was already big enough being just with a guy who wasn't a celebrity.
Right.
And everybody being in my business.
Yeah.
Now, another celebrity, and like you said, I didn't know how it would work out because one, I was against dating celebrities, rappers, NFL players, NBA. I heard that they dogs. And I'll whoop a dog's ass.
Oh, Lord have mercy. There you go to fight.
That.
How you fight your boyfriend? You
stuff.
ain't fight your boyfriend.
Listen,
Everybody ain't meant to be fault.
I don't play this stuff.
Just move on. You ain't got to fight it before you move on.
No. Listen, why I'm gonna let a grown man play with me for?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
No, I'm saying like when the women get emotional, that's when they
Shay
start doing all
trying
this
to
crazy stuff. So
school
you
her.
hurt my feelings.
Yes.
And you hurt my pride. Oh, you gonna have a problem.
You told me that you broke.
And I also feel like that was a warning to anyone out there. You hurt her feelings, you hurt her pride, it's on. Papoose.
Put up with every guy that you've been in a relationship with.
Yes. So
Okay.
I just leave them.
Okay.
But I'm saying
But they did something to make you leave.
I don't want to get played publicly though. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on. Like that's why I'm like celebrity men. It was off limits. Pap is special. Pap is special. Like that's a different type of man right there.
You slid in that man DM, did you?
Man, come on. I hate Gillian Wallow for that.
So, before we go further into that, she's going to blame Gillian Wallow for saying that, they accused her of sliding into Papoose's DMs. It was Papoose, I remember because I covered it. Papoose said, nah, she slid into my DMs, right? I got a video about destiny swapping between Claressa Shields and Remy. Please go check that out because I got a little something more to say about that. But we're going to continue here because I definitely got some commentary about this.
Gillian Wallow full of crap. I invited Pap to a fight.
Mm-hmm. And really, before we go deep into this story that we've heard already, and it changes slightly every time, he said, you slid into that man's DMs because everyone, you had to be living on, I feel like it's that island where it's no electricity, it's untouched. The people have been living there for years, thousands of years. And if you pull up, they'll shoot you. They'll like throw darts at you. They'll kill you before your boat even pull up to the shore. I feel like you have to live over there to not know about Remy and Pap. I feel like you had to live somewhere in a cave with no running water, no electricity for like 50 years with no sunlight to not know about Remy and Pap. They coined themselves Black Love. They coined themselves a hip-hop couple. Right? So to say that you don't know, you didn't know. But let me let her continue before I jump the gun. Let's let her continue.
I saw him at the Shakur fight.
Yeah.
When he fought against I forget the guy's name. It was July 6th. But I saw him there. We took a picture. I didn't really know much about him. You know what I'm saying? I knew of his name, but I didn't That's like before my time a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really know like that he was a rap legend. And I knew he could rap, but I didn't know he was like rap legend.
So you never seen the Black Love show with him and Remy and their kids? You never seen Love and Hip Hop? Where they were calling her Remy Martha and she decorated and styled her own wedding when they got married for like I believe the second time on TV. The first time was in jail, the second time was on TV. Didn't see none of that. Did you see the BET Hip Hop Cypher when they were rhyming about Black Love? And that was to me was one of their best back and forths between Remy and Pap rhyming back and forth. I said, yo, we need a Rem Pap album. We never got it. You never seen that? You never seen when she first came out of jail and, you know, he went to pick her up and Fat Joe professed and said, hey, yo, Papoose really held her down. Like, we got into it over him. You missed all of that? Oh, okay. Okay.
I didn't know. No, so
How you find him on IG? You ain't know nothing.
no, when we was at the fight, he walked to me and said, hey, I'm Papoose, and he shook my hand.
Watch Shay.
Yeah.
And then we got
And
a
then
picture.
what you say? Claressa,
He
how
said
you doing?
he said
He
he was a
funny.
fan of me already. And I said, okay, thank you. I
Shay
appreciate
being
it.
funny.
I appreciate it. No, I didn't say that. But no, when I invited him to my fight,
What you inviting him to your fight for?
so come see me fight. You need celebrities in the building. I would invite you.
You ain't invite me.
Well, you don't answer
All
your DM
all I know
superstar.
is that I got a DM from I think 2018, 2019.
You didn't even respond.
I just saw it like the other day.
So let's go there. Are you not seeing? First of all, you do know that Club Shay, I always said this before because I've reacted to a couple of his interviews before, in particular on my audio version of this podcast, which is available on iHeartRadio, Apple, Spotify, Audible, wherever podcasts are streamed. Okay? No videos, just the audio long form version. But if you check me out up there, I did an episode where I react. It's called Cat Got Your Tongue. And that's when I reacted to Cat Williams on Club Shay last year where he kicked the door open. Right? Y'all remember that? And I said, because I've watched several interviews right before that. Well, at that time, Club Shay, Shannon Sharp, he was interviewing a lot of comedians, right? And he did Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley. You know, he did like a lot of the standard, you know, A-list black comedians, right? And of course, he's gonna bring up Cat Williams there too. And Cat Williams, you could tell he couldn't wait for his time to come up there because he wanted to rebut everyone that came prior to him and set the record straight, and he did. But what I noticed in that moment, and I highlighted it about Shannon Sharp, was he is a good interviewer. He knows the right thing to say to keep you talking. In particular, like maybe not here because she's an athlete, she's in the gym, but if you're at his location where he got like the fireplace set up and the nice cherry wood furniture, he's always drinking like a bourbon. You know, he might have a cigar. You know, he's gonna make you unwind, right? So, because the goal is to keep you talking. So he is good at that, of gaslighting you to get you to talk. And she's talking. She doesn't even realize what he's doing. Because he just said, you slid in Papoose' DM. She said, no, that's Gillian Wallow saying that. No, Papoose said that. Then he lets her talk a little bit more. And then he says, you slid in my DM. Let's go back. So as a person, as a man, wouldn't it be hard for you to believe that she didn't slide into Papoose' DM when she, in fact, slid in your DM? Inviting you to a fight the way she invited Papoose to a fight?
To my fight,
What you inviting him to your fight for?
so come see me fight. You need celebrities.
And you
in
know
the
what that
building.
question was? That question was translation. What you inviting that married man to your fight for? Well, let's continue.
I would invite you.
You ain't invite me.
Well, you don't answer your DM
all I know
superstar.
is that I got a DM from I think 2018.
All I know is I got a DM. So he just refuted her stating that she did not slide into Papooses DM.
2019.
You didn't even respond.
I just saw it like the other day.
I know, but I'm saying, like, had you responded, I would have said, hey man, I'm fighting XYZ. If you want to come to my
Yeah.
fight, you should come. You should bring, at that time you was with Skip.
Yeah.
I would say, man, bring you and
Skip come.
you and Skip come to the fight.
You could have came on Undisputed and helped and sell the fight.
But you don't open your DM.
Because that's not what the sliding of the DM was for.
See that? But you know what? God's time is the best time.
Yeah.
No, so look, first of all, I didn't slide in Pap DM. He full of crap. He
Oh,
trying
he made that perhaps.
He said, boom. I saw him at the fight. We shook hands, blah, we watched the core fight, whatever.
Okay.
I did.
You notice how she did not continue that because they asked her. The question was, Gilly and Wallow said, who took the first shot? Like, who, stepped to who first? And she said, oh, Pap stepped to her. And he was like, nah, she slid in my DMs. Because also Pap has a pending divorce. If it's anything like that Brene and Akira case, it could be a lawyer out there taking notes. I'm just saying. So he has to be choice with his words. I'm just saying. My opinion, allegedly. So I could see him correcting that and be like, no, she slid in my DMs. I did not commit adultery first.
In my media, after the fight, he waited on the side with him and his cousins, and then after he asked me for a picture, we got a picture.
Okay.
We got one up in his phone. We got one up in my phone.
Okay.
I sent him the picture that was in my phone because
How you sent him the picture?
You see how he's trying to catch her out there, and she's like so focused on trying to stick to her story, which will make her look innocent, that she doesn't even realize the gaslighting that's going on. Shay has a whole kerosene tank.
to DM.
Oh, you sent the picture to the DM. I thought you sent it to his phone.
I have his number.
Oh, okay.
No, I sent it to DM.
Okay.
And when I sent it, I said, hey, and by the way,
Yo, I can't lie. Shannon Sharp reminds me of some of my relatives, like cousins, uncles, where they'll be laughing at you the whole time, right? Because you're trying to get your point across and you're trying to you want them to believe you or hear your side of the story. And they're looking at you just like that. Like, oh, okay, so tell me what you did. Because they already know it's full of BS. And they're asking you questions, throwing you off, because they already know. They've been there. Look at that face. Let's continue.
I'm fighting in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So if you want to come to my fight, it's in Detroit, blah, blah, blah. You just come out. And I said, just let me know if you want to come. I gave him my publicist number and said, hey, reach out to my publicist and she'll make sure that you got your...
Got everything taken care of.
Yeah. That you good.
Okay.
From there, we end up exchanging numbers between each other, right? Just on I put him in a group text, hey, Crystal, this is Pat, blah, 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 blah. And he comes to the fight. And she said, okay, I got it. Because I ain't like dealing with no tickets and nothing like that for the fight.
You know, should you?
Right. So boom, from there, as I'm getting ready for the gym and I'm working out, because it's 2 weeks before my fight.
Yeah.
I get a text in the morning and say, hey, good morning, champ. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, hey, what's up? And he like, what we eating this morning? And I'm like, hell, I'm eating egg whites and spinach. What you eating? He eating a blueberry muffin. I said, yeah, we definitely not eating the same.
Right.
Like, don't even text me and tell me you eating a blueberry muffin. I ain't had no bread in months. And so he like, oh, you working out today? Woo woo. So we would text, just a little bit. Then I probably went 3-4 days without texting him, and then he texted me again. Hey, champ, blah blah. And me and Pat was really just friends at the beginning, like true friends.
Oh, we know.
I didn't even
know
invite.
because Remy was styling you. You literally look like her at the BET Sports event, and then when you went on the BET 106 Sports, you literally look like her. We saw the evidence, the text messages where you text her and asked her for help because you said you didn't know what to wear, how to style yourself, and you just wanted to be beautiful and you wanted to show off your body. And she said, oh, I'm going to help you bring out the sexy quote. They're not ready for the sexy quote. We know. You slid into Remy's DM first. Remy still has the proof. You were liking every story in her Instagram That's kind of creepy to me. And then to me, like, I don't care. Like, this is the part where I'm going to step back from the boxing real quick, guys. And I'm just going to put my opinion in here. And it's not necessarily aimed at Clarissa. It's really aimed at anybody who has this mentality like that, like this. Anyone that would go out their way and, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so this, you're so that, like over compensating with the compliments to you as a woman to woman, that's a red flag, in my opinion. That's a red flag. Where you come from with all these compliments, all right? Oh, it's just, can you style me? You're just so beautiful, everything you wear. And Remy's like, I got you. And now, fast forward, I didn't know, Papoose, he slid in my DMs, but you was working with his wife. Just like in this video here, she says, I didn't see Layla Ali's latest, stuff she put out. But you're sitting here rocking that hairstyle from the video, makeup, like you literally shot this video the day after you shot your response to Layla Ali. I don't care what anyone says. That's my opinion. I don't care what anyone says. Point it out to me where you've seen her with this hairstyle other than that video, and then I'll believe you. She did this video, if not the same day, the next day, from the video she filmed. My opinion. But let's continue.
Him to the after party after the fight. Because I wasn't, we was
And
cool.
Shay
like
is
that.
gaslighting
I
it
wasn't
up.
that said I wasn't feeling him. It was more like it was
Say
like
we just a friend. Oh, baby.
no, it was like
The
it was like a
gas.
crush, but I didn't know if I liked him because it was like I'm so focused on my fight, so focused on what I gotta do.
Okay.
But then after the fight,
Yeah.
more texts and all this stuff. We probably texted about a month and a half before we ever even talked on the phone. He came to the fight in the back, wished me good luck. Everybody was surprised about the fight, blah, blah, blah.
So Jada the boxer had mentioned how Claressa Shields was obsessed with Love and Hip Hop when Remy and Pap was up there. Did y'all see that in her series of videos? Look into that and meet me in the comments and tell me what y'all think. Do you believe that she was obsessed with Love and Hip Hop and Remy and Papoose before meeting them? Or do you believe that she met Remy one completely different time and didn't know that Papoose was her husband potentially? Didn't know he was a rapper and innocently, blindly met him through the DMs years later? And I know some of y'all were like, well, Remy cheated first. I get it. Did she?
Like that's the best relationships when somebody is just your friend.
Just your friend.
Just your friend. And he is
So when did you come to the realization, say, hey, that man like me?
he asked me on a date. He asked me when I was coming to New York.
All them texts, you didn't get nothing from all the man done text you for a month and a half.
Right.
I mean, he did. He called me cute one time, or a couple times, and
Do you remember and I'm going to stop. Let me clear my throat real quickly. Excuse me. But do y'all remember when Remy had the DMs or the text messages and stuff? And she literally showed a string of messages where Claressa was begging Papoose to let her know he got home safe, and if you can't go to sleep on the phone with me, and if you can't wake up with me in my arms, and if you can't tell me where you're at, you could at least tell me that you made it home safe. If you're not, I thought you was gonna sleep in a Sprinter. And you hear the infamous story how they had their first date in the Sprinter. I think at when he wasn't staying at Remy's house, allegedly he was probably in that Sprinter. People be living in their vans, sleeping in their vans. He probably was doing something to that effect. I don't know. But probably also just going into the Sprinter to talk to her on the phone, sneak and have that conversation, and then go back in the house with his family. That's another thing too. Allegedly. I don't know. But there were text messages where she was literally begging Papoose for his time. And she was like, why you can't call me and let me know where you're at? Why you can't call me and let me know you got home safe? You're the one that's married, not me. Some of the verbiage from the text messages. And what's interesting is you were okay with that, with sneaking around behind Remy's back. Remy said when she picked up the phone, when he fell asleep and she picked up the phone and heard you on the phone, you hung up. Okay? But now we're trying to sell us like it's an innocent romance. I said it before and I'll say it again. I think that Claressa should get a guy her age, no kids, no previous marriage, and grow together. Okay? You literally got, if you marry Papoose, you're going to have stepkids older than you. That's crazy.
You know, he would compliment me. He liked my pictures on Instagram, but I just was like,
Oh, he liking your pictures on Instagram and you ain't thinking nothing.
I mean,
And she's not catching any of the shade Shay is throwing. That's my opinion, guys. This was really cringy to watch because he threw so much shade to the point that me and the way my temper is set up, I'd be like, yo, hold up. What's going on here? Because I feel like you're being funny right now. And it would have been, it would have went a different way. It would have went a different way. But she's so focused on sticking to her script and convincing us because we don't know better. She's smarter than us.
it's not like
All the other guys that like your picture on Instagram, you ain't texting them. What you eating, champ? What you eating?
it's not a lot of men who I feel like don't like me, if I'm being honest.
Okay, yeah, but you ain't texting them.
Yeah, I don't talk to people like that. I don't.
But you talking to him like that.
I'm telling you, just
She's
we
not
was
catching
just
it.
friends.
You're talking to that married man like that. She's not catching it.
But I knew that it was something. I knew it was something. You know, maybe I thought he
know
was
it too.
cute, or
I'm
maybe.
just trying to get you to say it. It's never just. There's always a reason. You don't get in your car just to sit. You get in your car.
You gotta stop.
You
When
go
I
to
gave,
the gym. You go to Whole Foods. You go to shopping. You
I
go to the
invited him to the fight, and after
In
that,
other words, you're not going to make a move if there's no intention there. You're not going to slide into a DM without intentions. And you had an intention and you knew what it was. And you knew what you were doing.
texting, and it was really great conversation.
All that's going like this.
I
It's
shared
like
some
going
of my
like this
raps. He shared
over her
his
head.
raps. I didn't even know I didn't know any of them. And when I heard him rap, I said, "This is my new favorite rapper," because my favorite rapper before him was Meek Mill.
Okay.
So when I heard Pat rap,
Meek Mill, did she slide into your DMs?
I said, "Oh shit, this dude cold."
Okay.
So I started following his music, and we just was going back and forth. But like, I don't know if it's like, maybe I'm not really. Maybe I wasn't good at flirting at that time because I wasn't trying to flirt. I knew at the time I was leaving my last relationship. I knew I was done with that.
Right.
And I told my best friend,
So
I
you
said,
need
"Listen."
some time. I don't want to jump right back into something.
Yeah, but I ended up jumping right back into something.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yeah, so it don't matter.
Damn, that was quick.
Yeah, about a month.
For somebody
a
I
month
didn't
and a
know,
half.
somebody I know I didn't like.
I didn't say I didn't like him.
Come on, guys. I challenge you all to watch this. This was a long interview too. Watch this interview from the beginning, y'all. Do you not see Shay? Everyone is looking at this girl like, girl, why are you with this guy? Why are you with Remy's husband, ex-husband, whatever you call it? And she's not getting it. My opinion.
I didn't say that. I said that
Look
when
at
I
his
invited him
face.
to
Look
my
at his
fight,
body language.
I didn't know like it would be what it is now.
No. Well, I mean,
Notice how they both, Gilly the Kid and Wallow and Shay, both had the same question. Who stepped to who first? You know, they're trying to get to the bottom of that. It could be for adultery reasons. It could be for legal reasons. Litigations. I don't know. But they are trying to get to the bottom of this. Who slid first? And then he's coming with his own receipts. You slid in my DM. I never slid in yours. All right, let's continue. Remy got receipts. She slid in Remy's DMs.
so what did you hope to come of this with all the texting you two were doing?
I'm going to tell you like this. That's a question my dad would have asked me. My dad would be like, well, what was your intentions when doing this? And you see how she laughed, everything right there? Because let me tell you, my dad already knew my intention. He wants to see if I'm a lie or see what I say, you know, before he makes his next move. But I could almost always guarantee you when my dad says, so what led you to do this? What was your thinking? What led you to believe this was a good move? Like anything like that, just be honest. I already know, like, listen, I don't know what I was thinking. Look, how about that? I don't know what I was thinking. I was a fool. I was cutting up. You know, give yourself a little grace there. because they're about to tear you up. But let's see what he
He was
says.
doing.
Yeah.
Um,
Pen pal. It wasn't like he was in jail. He needed somebody to.
no, I mean, well, one for me, a lot of people always like me is me not liking them. So it was more of a thing. Like you ever seen a girl who just fine as ever, she bad, and then as soon as she talk, you be like, oh no, that's not the one for me. So for me, I'm always guys always trying to talk to me, trying to talk, trying to holler
Right.
at me. So it's more of once we started being friends,
But you so picky. You don't want nobody famous. You don't like no athletes. You don't like nobody in the public. So damn.
yeah, yeah. But it's nothing wrong with being picky though.
No, there's nothing wrong with being picky.
But I know that for me.
So we're gonna end it right there. It's nothing wrong with being picky. He had a very, very interesting choice of questions, in my opinion, and good job to Shannon Sharp. Definitely go check out that full interview there. I just wanted to highlight a few things on there. I want to highlight to me what, in my opinion, I think it was an untruth told. It was a fib. It was a lie. However you want to look at it. You said that you did not see that documentary. People told you this. People told you that. You're in the comments of people's videos. You correct people because you know exactly how many views were purchased on that video, allegedly. Have you seen the documentary? Have you seen the documentary? It's almost as if like you're concerned that people have seen this expose on you. How many people have seen it? And then when they be like, oh, I didn't see it, then you're like, oh, I didn't see it either. Or if they're like, yeah, I seen it, then you're like, oh, I didn't see it. You seen it. You responded to it. You literally looked like you responded to it, and shot that video, and then came and sat down with Shay. Same hairstyle. But you're telling people you didn't see it. Own up to it. I would actually respect it more if you'd be like, yeah, I saw that bullshit and it hurt my feelings, but yo, it ain't me. We gotta keep it moving. I can't, and then just like put it behind you. I'd be like, there we go. That's moving like a champ. You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff is a little sus, but and eyes are gonna be on you because that's Layla. Layla put that on you. So the eyes are on you, but you still have an opportunity to prove us and Layla wrong by just moving accordingly. But then that coupled with Remy's husband and Khadijah, Three the Hard Way, just all these interviews that you're like, oh, it's puppy love. You're acting like Papoose is a 21-year-old man and you're 19 and y'all both in college and this is puppy love. That's a big old grayback. That's what we call in Jamaica old people them. Big grayback man. You gotta talk to. And the age, I get it. Like, and somebody thought, I can't believe you compared it to R. Kelly when I was like, age ain't nothing but a number, like a Leonard Kelly. That was sarcasm when I said it a couple of videos back. That wasn't me promoting anything. That was sarcasm. Okay, so take it how you will, because Remy said their oldest kid was born 2 years before her, so they all in the same gang. You know what I'm saying? But that's here nor there. That is here nor there. The part to me, it's like the continuing of at this point, what do you call it? Is it lying? Is it media trying to control your image in the media? Damage control? Is that what it is? Like, what's happening? We know you've seen the video. You've responded to it. But yet, every interview that's popping up, you're saying you didn't see it. You're trying to paint this puppy love romance story with you and Pap, but it seems to have a deeper, darker, more sinister vibe around how you two got together. And we're falling on a rabbit hole. We'll get there, maybe we won't, but we'll see. We're definitely on the journey. But I'm going to leave that right there for you all, and you tell me what you think. I'm going to go ahead and, you join me in the comments. Y'all tell me what y'all think, and I'm going to hit you with the motto and hit you with the brand. If you like anything I do, tell a friend. If you don't like anything I do, tell a friend. And from my lips to your ears, I love you, but I need you to love me. So go ahead, hit me in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications, all right? Hit the like button, share it, tell a friend, and tell a friend. And until next time, it's your girl Gongali. It's She Could Talk to Podcast, and I'm out. Peace.